Hello, everybody. Welcome. And this is the KWL podcast.
These are your hosts for this episode: Terrace Ricks, Zolly Fears, Pharaoh, and our cameraman that you're not seeing doing all his magic, Tariq Hamilton, Anthony Hamilton's son.
Tariq in the house.
Today, what are we discussing, Miss Ricks?
We will be talking about the new Blood Orange album. It just came out on the 24th, I believe. It's fire. I love it. I love the topics, and I wanted to, get into that. There are a total of, 16 tracks on the album.
Correct.
And the album's called Negro Swan. So the first track is Orlando.
Now, I gotta say, I did like the name of the album.
Negro Swan?
Yes.
Did you listen to the song?
Yes, I did.
What did you think of it?
I feel like it was a good opening song, especially for what's happening. Because pretty much like when I think about the title Orlando, if you remember what happened, there was a shooting.
That's what I was thinking of when I heard it too.
So I was like, oh, okay. And then when I was looking at it, I was like, oh, and I looked at the lyrics, it made sense.
Yeah. Because it was like dreaming of battle, get it?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do all the singing parts though. I ain't gonna sing nothing. My voice shot.
And also towards the end of the song, Janet Mock. Do you know who Janet Mock is?
I actually don't. I'm gonna let you know this now.
Have you ever seen Pose?
No.
Okay. So when I first heard the album, I was like, that voice sounds familiar, and I was like, that sounds like Janet Mock, and it was. Janet Mock is the producer, writer, and director of the show Pose on FX, and it's about like transgenders and about the ball scene in New York. And she actually is the first trans woman of color to be a writer for a TV series. So she's doing like the voiceovers on throughout the album. And what did you think of the voiceovers in the album?
There was actually, some of them were pretty quick. I would say, for me, album wise, I don't really like any type of skit type of deal. So it felt kind of weird to me, because when I think of an album, I just want to experience what's the sound. Because I'm coming at it from a whole engineering perspective and just want to be immersed.
But I think Janet's voiceovers kind of inspired this podcast. So when she said,
an insult that we often put onto a lot of folk is oh, you're doing too much. And so a couple years ago, I was like, you know what, my eternal resolution will be to do too much. Yes. I love it.
I felt that.
Because pretty much, if anybody's telling you you're doing too much in the first place, then they're doing too little.
Yeah, and she was like, why would we want to do the least? Yeah.
And
so
I think the term for that is being basic.
Exactly. Nobody wants to be basic. So basically, what I wanted to say about all the things that she said throughout the album is interacting with youth here at Reach, right?
Right.
Some kids coming here, they're doing a lot. You may be telling them sometimes, chill out, because I can't remember on what song it was, but she continued to talk about, making yourself smaller to please other people, and how she was hyper aware of people around her, and making sure that she wasn't doing the most, and that she kind of shrunk herself to fit in and be normal around other people. And I was wondering, sometimes when somebody comes in loud, are they just being disruptive to the people around them, or are they actually just being their whole selves and we're just annoyed of them?
Well, that is a very great question to pretty much ask. And I feel like that is definitely from the perspective of who's the overarching person that's deciding that, For me, for anybody that's trying to teach, period, in the teaching class, you don't want them to be disruptive. You're trying to get your lesson and everything across, and so on and so forth. So when someone comes in with that type of energy, being active, hyper, as we would say, coming in just extra powerful and just ready to go.
And I think school also teaches you to, not be your full self. Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like they're preparing you just to do cubicle work or something, honestly, at school.
That's what they do, factory work. That's what school's made for. So I guess when kids are doing the most, I don't necessarily say anything all the time. I don't know if you noticed that, but I don't really say anything.
That's only because you like to sip the tea, but that's a difference.
Sip my tea. No, I just look at them. I mean, like, if they're not physically touching anybody, like, and getting in their way, like, I just, like, I honestly don't like to interfere all the time, and some people may think that's bad. I do that, like, just because it's my personality, and I also like people to just do them and figure things out, because an adult is not always going to mediate things. Like, as long as you're not being disrespectful or harmful to another person, like, I think it's fine not to say anything. I don't feel like I need to say something to a child every 5 seconds, like, be on their head. Like, when they're at school, somebody's like always on their head, and I don't want to be that person who, like, I don't know. It may sound weird, but I don't want to be annoying like that. Because even if you're doing the most, I'm just like, my thought process is like, just like, you know, just like, they're just doing them. They're just doing them. As long as they're not bothering me, you know, that's just them. That's what I say about everybody. I'm like, okay, that's you.
And for those who don't know, that's Orlando is actually one of the starred songs on iTunes currently. Mm-hmm. So that means it's like one of the songs that gets the most plays on this album in total.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And there's about, out of 16, 5 songs total.
Yeah.
5 tracks total, I should say, that gets repeated spin.
I know Chewing Gum was one of them.
Yes.
And I know that has A$AP Rocky on it, so that's why I feel like that was like.
Yeah, like for me, like when I listen to albums like that's on iTunes and I see the stars, like I kind of discredit that song immediately. Like,
yeah, because Chewing Gum was not the best song on there, and I feel like A$AP Rocky's verse did not go well
in context
with it's just like it didn't flow well like with it. It didn't match up. Maybe I need to like listen to it more to see like how it matches up with the song. Maybe there's like a deeper meaning, like what he meant with it. Maybe it doesn't. What were your opinions about the album, Gerard? Gerard just came out of the room.
Yes, Gerard's one of the arts teachers here at Reach Ashland Youth Center. Yeah, you got the first 3 songs down, right?
I don't know if they were in order.
If it's on shuffle, then we have an issue right now.
Yeah, I had it on shuffle.
Yeah, what's up? This is Gerard,
Hello, everybody.
a.k.a. Bushy Beard.
I'm trying to get my radio voice. It's my first time on a podcast. I still need time to process it. And I don't really have a good answer for you guys right now. And I think that's a positive thing. I think this is one of those albums where on first pass and first listen, I don't feel like you get it right away.
Yeah, that's why I like got all the lyrics, because I'm trying to really connect the lyrics to what Jeanette Mock was saying, who was doing the voiceover of the album. Yeah.
I also feel like for an album like this, it might sound, I don't know if everybody else does this, but I also want to hear a little bit about their lives going into the writing of the album, because I feel like it tells a lot about the story.
You get insight. That's why celebrity drama stories, you know, is helpful, but also people don't like all that drama on there, so you just listen to the music.
Yeah,
you can put yourself into it, so that's why I guess you don't really hear about them like that.
No, you don't. And also, it makes it feel so you can feel a connection and sort of resonates with you. That, I feel that when music or when a story is sort of universal, when people feel like they can connect to it on a personal level, even if it's not a literal one-to-one scenario, if they feel like this person gets me, a lot of times it has to do with them living an experience. So I like to know that they truly lived an experience. And sometimes you can feel it through the lyrics regardless. Like, I don't need to hear the story. You hear something, you're like, oh, this person has lived that.
And I think the songs may be a little long, but there's not many words on each song, I feel like. Unless the most lyrics on the song is with Diddy, and that song is Hope. That's one of my favorite tracks on there, actually.
I'll tell you my favorite track later.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll share my favorite track later.
Thank you for joining me and allowing me to participate.
Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for letting me join you guys, and I'm going to step out now.
Okay.
And I'm going to listen to the album some more, and then we'll have this conversation again.
Have a good drive home.
Thank you. Probably not in front of cameras or in front of microphones, but we'll be having this conversation again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be posting Gerard's comments in the comment section of this podcast, just in case. And then feel free to comment as well. We'll have one of us read over and respond in kind. So, don't be too rowdy, y'all.
Comment down below what you think about the album. What were your favorite tracks? What did you think it was about? Did you like the commentary during the album? Let us know.
Please do. Now to continue, the next song following Orlando is the song Saint.
Yes.
Another start song, by the way.
It was Aaron Maine. And do you know who Aaron Maine is?
See, like, I'm gonna tell you this now. This is my first experience with this whole album, and
Let's
anyone
do a
that's
little
involved.
snippet of it.
Great horns.
I got to see you live for more. You said before. You wish I'd seen the saint you were before.
I feel like the most powerful line within the chorus that resonated, well, that resonated with me at least, was "Your skin's a flag that shines for us all." You said it before.
How so?
Because it's like, if you remember the James Brown song, Say It Loud,
Mm-hmm.
I'm black and I'm proud. Yeah, like you're showing off like your skin color, you're flaunting it. And I think that's what it's a callback to. So it's like saying like, yeah, like, you know, for everybody that represents this, like the black and brown, like this is our color, this is us, we're here. You know, we're going to show it off for the world to see.
I like the interlude with Ava, I think it's Ava Rain. And then I just like the vocals on that. She's like, spreading all my love for you. You never tell me all that you do. And then just goes on. You know, I don't know. I just like the tone of it. I just like the vocals.
Yes, and then the song that follows that is Take Your Time.
Oh, I love that. Okay, I have my favorite song in here.
Take Your Time follows
That's
Saint.
yeah, that's one of my
Unstarred song
other favorite
on
songs.
iTunes.
It's an unstarred song.
Yeah, Unstarred song on iTunes.
I like the way it starts off.
Yeah.
Take your time, it's all you've ever known. And nothing is complete when you're home. I pull you so far.
What did you think of the song?
Like, I do love the runs as well. It's that airiness within their voice. It's just
It's
like
light,
so,
angelic.
Yes, and then that like little that sizzle sound almost gives you
The
chills.
flute. Who did the flute?
Yes, please tell me.
The flute was also Jason Art.
Oh, you just all around dude with brass and woodwind, huh, bro?
Yeah. It was written by Devontae.
I thought it was a.
Have you
weed, a
ever listened
do-rag.
to any other Blood Orange songs?
And yeah, no, this is my first experience. This
You
is
need
for
to
me
get on
trying
it.
Hey, man,
You need to get on it.
I'm in a different world right now.
What is your vibe of music right now?
Right now, ignorant.
I listen to ignorant stuff too, in between.
No, it's half joke. It's like I listen to different things that like pique my interest as an engineer. That has like a different like feel to it, and I'm wondering how did this person capture that feel onto a recording, and like what probably went behind the scenes as they was experiencing the songs themselves, as they sing it, as it was recorded, as it goes from voice to microphone.
You know what song I feel that I really like because I understand the experience that it took to make it and the process, and I really enjoyed that, even thinking about the process it took to make the song.
What song is that?
Moo by Doja Cat, and that song is finally on Tidal and all streaming apps, and that song goes. It was very creative.
I really thought
It was
you
on the
said
whim.
The next song on this album, Hope,
No,
but no, it's Move by Doja.
it was very creative. You know when you playing around and you just start saying stuff, but then the song turned out fire. The beat was fire. The creativity of the song, the lyrics, it all goes together. Everything ain't gotta be serious, you know. Take your time.
Yeah, take your time.
Take your time. It's all you've ever known, and nothing gets complete when you're home. I pull you up so far. You can't keep placing yourself below, waiting for your headache to go. What do I know so far?
For some reason, that sounds like depression to me. That's what it feels like. Like this person is trying to like uplift their spirit in some way,
Because
shape, or form.
nothing ever gets complete when you're home. It's a sign of depression, you know. You don't do anything, you know, and you're always putting yourself below. Waiting
Putting
for your
yourself
headache to
down.
go.
Yeah. All right. But then the second one, that's interesting because it's cruise your phone, make sure your body's warm. Let's link up. Tell me when you are home. What do you know so far? You can't keep placing yourself above. Torture is something short of true love. And then it's like, I guess, a background vocal. Oh, true love.
Yeah.
And then what do I know so far? So I guess it's like a perspective of the person who's below talking about the person that's up high.
Touch is something short of true love.
I can't. You want to elaborate on that line?
I don't think it's necessarily true. Like, what kind of touch? Like, touching somebody is short of true love. Like, short, like, all we're missing is love in between. And that's why it's short from true love. Like, when we touch somebody, we don't truly love them. That's why it's short of true love. You can't keep your... And then this time it says you can't keep placing yourself above.
Exactly.
So is that different from placing yourself below in depression? But maybe now,
I guess
where
but
I was saying, like, maybe like once you get to that place where you like yourself so much, like it's almost like a little bit of narcissism and a lot of ego. You're putting yourself above where you're too short of true love. Like, you touch somebody but you don't feel them because you're in too much into yourself.
Yeah, for me, I took this as like two different people talking to each other in a sense. Like the person, it's like the person up top is telling the person below, but the person below is telling the person up top what's like up there.
It can be the same person because you can be in depression and like nothing ever gets done. You know, you're putting yourself down, but then you snap back up. But now this person's like, you know, I am her, you know, I am the one, you know, and they're into their self that much, which is nothing wrong with being into yourself, but being into yourself to a point where you just think of yourself a little bit too much. Like, everybody has faults, but then there's an issue where at a point where you can't even check your own self and point out your own wrongs, where you think too much of yourself. Then you're placing yourself above. So it can be the same person. It's just, you know, it flips and flops sometimes.
Gotcha. And then the next track is Hope,
which is my favorite track. It is my favorite because I think how do you T-Shy? Tashi. I really liked her vocals on this. It gave me Maya late 2000s vocals on this album. Maya. Diddy is on this.
Which is surprising.
Let me play this for y'all real quick. Doesn't it give you Maya vibes? What you think of it? You think did she sound like Maya to you? She's giving me Maya vibes. I like the airiness. You know, she got that late 2000 like soft, you know, breathing over the mic type of thing, like breathy notes, like giving you that sexy 90s vibe. That's what she's giving me, and I loved it.
I can see where you say she give you Maya vibes. But as somebody who refuses to compare other artists to other artists because of similar sounds,
I said she's giving me vibes. I didn't say, wow, she sounds like Maya.
It's the vibe though. Like, if you could emulate a vibe, then I feel like you can touch somebody in that spot.
So you don't think The Weeknd gives you Michael Jackson vibes?
I definitely said this plenty of times.
He gives me Michael Jackson vibes every time.
Like when Drake had that feature on Scorpion, I thought it was The Weeknd. I said, is that The Weeknd? Oh, that's Mike. What? I ain't gonna lie to you though. Every time I do hear this song, I low key laugh only because Diddy in his delivery when he does say stuff.
You still smile when you come around. Yeah. I bring hope when you come around. Yeah.
Like, you couldn't, like, I wonder how often.
I like Diddy gives you Diddy vibes. So I like the whole Puff Daddy. I like the whole. Is he Puff Daddy on this one?
Yes, he's Puff Daddy.
Yeah. He's giving you Puff Daddy vibes, you know?
My question
Because
is,
that was the Puff Daddy voice.
I want to know how often he was on here, or how often he was practicing, you feel me?
You heard his outro? You heard his outro when he's talking at the end?
What is it going to take for me not to be afraid to be loved the way like I really want to be loved?
I just like, I like her vocals at the end, but Diddy talking at the end. You know how I really want to be loved.
To really, really feel that, it's like you want something.
I be really wondering what's going on in the studio when people be talking over the track like this. I just be like, are you genuine when you saying that? Like,
well,
I don't like it if I don't feel like you being genuine. You just like reading off a script and you just saying some words.
Well, we all know Diddy gets written for, so we gonna, like I said, I wonder how often he was practicing this. And it's like, yeah, I feel like this is believable.
My favorite line right here. What is it like where you're from? Are you the star of your town and make it your home? Yeah, apparitions of your love. Have you seen them? Falling short. What do you think that means?
You know how everybody, like in different regions, it's like different cultures. Like, let's not even say like different places in the world. Let's go United States, for example.
Yeah.
Right here, it's the first two lines is like, what is it like where you're from? Are you this dark all of your time? Meaning, do you act like this down this?
Wait, which verse is that?
This is
dark?
This is still your second verse.
You said dark.
Yeah, look, it literally says dark.
Nah, she said star. They got the lyrics wrong.
There's lyrics changes on everything.
I know. No, I listened to the song and it said star. Like,
are you star of your town? So pretty much, it's like,
are you the star of your town?
So
wait, they have a question mark. I was reading it wrong. Okay. You want to...
We can be pure about this.
What do you like about that verse? I like it. Other than it's confusing and I'm not sure what the lyrics are, I just liked that verse every single time I heard it.
I think as amazing as Tashi is, Puff Daddy done stole the song from her.
Stole the song from her? I'm not even... Why? Why did Puff Daddy steal the song from her?
Because I can't get that out of my head at the moment. Every time it comes on, it's just...
Nah, he ain't steal nothing. Next song is Jewelry. It starts off with Jeanette Mock. She's doing another voiceover.
Right.
Jewelry is the fifth song. She says, so like my favorite images are the ones where someone who isn't supposed to be there, who is in a space where we were not ever welcomed in, where we are not invited. Yet we walk in, we show all the way up. People try to put us down and say, she's doing the most, he's doing too much. But like, why would we want to do the least? I talked about, that relating to the kids about what you said. But you know who Tatiana is?
Yes, I know who Tatiana is.
Okay. And were you at Chabot?
Yes. Wednesday, not Tuesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. And you saw her outfit. She got that all purple on.
Yeah, but I was about
She
to
showed up as her full self.
Well,
she didn't dress for no white people at an integrating learning event. She showed up as her full self, who she was.
No offense to white
she was stunting with her grill and her big platform purple shoes on, and then her nice purple dress. I like how she showed up as her full self. She didn't tone herself down to make some white people feel comfortable. Like, she showed up as her full self. She said, this is what I want to wear at this event today, so I'm going to wear it. She didn't feel like she needed to put some monkey suit on because people said this is what you should wear at this, and this is appropriate to wear at that.
Yes, and then so now the next song after that is the song Family, which officially features Janet Mock.
Oh,
she was going.
Wait, but what did you think about the song Jewelry other than the intro?
I feel like it was cool. I didn't really vibe with Jewelry like that.
Did you see the music? I didn't see the video.
I low key did like the line cheekbone and your skin smooth. I was like, yeah, it is.
Family is just the voiceover of Jeanette Mock. What did you think about what she said about family? Like, how you feel about that? About making your own family and being able to make your own space and being comfortable and being able to come as, whoever you are.
What I actually feel about it is that I think this encapsulates where we are. Where we at reach. This encapsulates what youth or any person that's growing up is trying to do. Just trying to find their own lane, pick and decide who is going to be part of their lives forever,
I think this really is basically what her show Pose is about making your own families, because they live in houses and they have mothers, and the mothers bring you in, adopt you, because your own family like didn't accept you, and threw them out on the street, and they were able to have a space where they can be who they were without being shamed. Next song after that is Charcoal Baby, which is another one of my favorite songs.
I was about to say, this is my favorite start song on iTunes.
It's your favorite start song? Okay.
Yes.
What do you like about Charcoal Baby? Don't be calling nobody Charcoal Babies out here. I'm just gonna say that, like, it's not cute just because they named the song that. Don't come up to no black person calling them no Charcoal Baby. I want to make that clear so there's no confusion and you don't get beat up. Hey, you gotta be clear. People think everything cool and sweet just because a song named something. You gotta be clear.
Oh my god.
Because these people acting like they confused or something. Okay.
Oh my god.
On.
All right. In my mind, what Charcoal Baby is about, what if you know your property is about charcoal, right? Especially with if you use any charcoal art, charcoal is actually pretty easy to break. So pretty much is would you remain solid even though all this pressure is coming onto you, or will you just easily snap because of the slightest amount of pressure?
I like the lyrics. No one wants to be the odd one out all the time. No one wants to be the Negro Swan, which is the title of the album.
All right.
Oh, okie
But yeah, no.
Charcoal Baby.
Yeah, Charcoal Baby, best line. When you wake up, it's not the first thing you want to know. Can you still count all the reasons you're not alone?
And I feel like as being a black person, can you count all the reasons that you're not alone? And even though we do have our people around us, even our people can make us feel alone. Exactly. Especially if you're not the stereotype that they feel like you need to be. Even from your own people, not just even from outsiders.
Yes, and that's the reason why I relate to it so much, is the fact that growing up, you feel me, I was different. I wasn't being the hood black kid.
You were a nerd.
Exactly.
Huh?
Big nerd. Wasn't always like that.
Yeah, people act like there's no black nerds out here.
And that's when I started getting into, the nerd stuff, the manga, the Magic, the Gathering, the Yu-Gi-Oh, the
Ain't
drawing,
nothing wrong with being a
reading
nerd.
books, not wanting to play sports like that. Pretty much, everybody who was black was looking at me weird, who the heck is you, dog? And that's
Did you wear Jordans?
Because
they be trying to clown you. You don't wear no Jordans.
I did have Jordans, but that was more so because my mom didn't want me to be made fun of or be like her kids, wear busted clothes or whatever. My mom wanted her.
So your mom made you wear Jordans because she didn't want you to be made fun of?
No, she didn't want to. No, she didn't want to be made fun of. She didn't get her kids the latest. What you mean? If you don't, in a black household, what's the worst thing you can do outside of embarrassing yourself? Embarrassing your mama.
Vulture Baby. Vulture Baby is the next song. What'd you think of Vulture Baby? Let me listen to that.
It's definitely
It's a lot of audio. It's only one verse.
Now, those are roads. And I tell you this now, Michael loves roads. So it's just for Michael.
I think give it some time, see how it goes. I feel like see how it goes by yourself first, and she'll change her mind. Just leave her alone at the moment. She'll just change her mind later on. See how you are in this situation now. Focus on yourself by going past the goals. Go beyond your goals. Don't just think small, oh, I just want her right now. Go past your goals, what you want. You're
almost sound.
I feel like their goal right now is to just get her.
Okay.
You should go beyond your goals. I don't know if these are facts. This is what I'm reading from it. But, go beyond your goals. What else are your goals? Go beyond that. Home is ahead. Your homies are close to you. Lean on your friends right now. Sometimes the gods just answer hope. Sometimes they just give you hope. Sometimes they just give you encouragement. Encouragement to move on, to move past your goals, and to go where you need to be, which is home. That's what I got from it. I don't think it necessarily relates to me.
But
It does relate to society because I feel like people are focusing on their relationships and making goals around that. And they're not thinking beyond that. And they are not going to be at a place where they need to be, which is their home. You know, where you are right now is temporary. You're trying to go home, you know? And they're thinking about, let me make a home around this person. You need to move beyond that. Next song, Chewing Gum. Not my favorite song on it.
Chewing Gum, featuring A$AP Rocky and Project
Least favorite song, but it's the one that was trending on Tidal
and iTunes.
And I think it's just because A$AP Rocky was on it.
Nah,
even though
I feel like Project Pat, everybody came for Project Pat. I'm sorry, 3
maybe.
6 Mafia.
Oh yeah, probably. What do you think about Project Pat?
Everybody knows I don't really like this.
I don't like the song like that either.
I just have a disdain for starred songs for the most part.
He gives me George Michael vibes. I feel is that who I'm thinking of?
George Michael.
My man Rico, MDB in the house. My dog C9 with the state. My dog TC over here, grilling on gold.
Close. They made this beat in Reason.
Nope, not George Michael.
When I say you definitely think of the wrong person. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Huh?
I know the person's name. Boy George. That's who I was thinking of.
Okay, I can see how you confuse both of them for sure. Yeah, the reason.
Why do you know that it's on Reason?
All right, so here's the reason why I feel that way. Because I heard, like, you know, the little voice thing going, la, la.
That's on Reason.
Yeah, there's a patch on Reason. It's in the NXT. It should be in the combos patch. And that's where I feel like that's it. Like, because I heard that sound so many times, only because I used it so many times. I just feel like it was made on Reason. Like, yeah, that's a Reason beat. I feel it. If not, I might be wrong. Oh well, I'm taking my shot here. Reason beat for 3.
Hey, I go like this to A$AP Rocky's part. I'll be like, yeah,
that's
but
because in your mind.
He's not talking about that.
I'm gonna say in your mind, you know it's A$AP Rocky. That's why.
Yeah, that's why. He wasn't really saying nothing, but I was like, okay. But what do you think about his verse? What do you think about his verse? Does it relate? I don't think it relate. I was trying to, match up, see some little thing that they was saying, I wasn't receiving
Well, this is what happens when
I can connect anything together. If I look at it long enough, I can connect it together.
You're gonna find that little that little.
See, what he was saying was see what he meant by this is,
it was a
I wasn't getting that.
Disconnect. Still, everybody came for Project Pat over
right.
A$AP Rocky.
Oh, it's about chewing gum. Okay, I'm gonna find some words that got something to do with that.
No, he just watched the Netflix show. He's like, okay, that's weird. I think that's
chewing gum. The Netflix show. I'm gonna try it again.
That's why I think he got the inspiration for his verse.
Holy Will. What'd you think about that? The vocals.
In
my holy will.
Church
vocals.
It got to a blur. Like if I blurred in going in and out. Once it hit after this song, after Chewing Gum, my brain really disconnected.
Really?
Yes. Like it came back in on 14th song, which is actually my favorite non-starred song.
Oh, Steve Lacy is on that. Steve Lacy is on that joint, everybody. Holy Will.
Yeah, but no. Like, featuring Ian Isaiah.
You want to know what I was thinking about when I first heard this? I felt like the guy was not singing in his key because it was just like vocals wasn't. It was like almost there, but it wasn't it. It was almost like you was screeching, you was reaching.
Reaching on high.
That's what I was thinking when I first heard it. It grew on me afterwards. Like it was kind of like a style.
Oh, okay.
But that's what I
so
heard,
pretty much
like,
originally you was like, what is he doing? Oh my god.
No, not like what is he doing, but it's like I've heard people sing like this and it doesn't sound like they're on their key. Like
So now
it's not in their range.
So now what you're saying is you're discerning as like, okay, so he just went to a key that he.
It goes back to my theory of when people doing something, I'm like, I guess that's just them. I guess that's just style. You know, I always say, oh, that's just them. That's what they doing. Or I say like, oh, it's avant-garde. You know, it's editorial. When everything looks like, it's almost a message. Like, that's just my style. It's editorial. It's avant-garde. That's just my style, bro. That it's not messed up. That's just my style. That's just how I sing. What you think about how it fits into this album as a whole, though?
It's definitely a different vibe. Only for the simple fact, well, the thing that's makes it peculiar, if we really look at it, it comes right after Chewing Gum. And considering what we know A$AP Rocky's verse to be,
yeah.
So it's just like very different. Like the fact that a song like this comes after Chewing Gum, I just find it to be interesting. Period, because it's like two different contexts. Anything that's more so centered as for like I guess praise. This is what I call praise music.
Yes, it is. Praise and worship.
Praise and worship music versus what's secular. It's like the secular song.
And I think what is this? What like, number is this?
This might be a Saturday to Sunday type of deal. That's how I view it. Like Saturday,
Holy Will is the 10th song.
Yeah.
So it's like almost in the middle. So like breaks to prepare for the rest. I feel like it's like a cleansing palette for the next song.
I feel like Chewing Gum was Saturday and then Holy Will was Sunday.
Yes.
That's how I feel. It turns out it's like, okay, it's Sunday. Yo,
Days of the week. Next song, what is it called?
You just want me to
What is the next song called, Zali? Introduce the next song.
All right, so it's Dagenham Dream.
Dagenham. That sounds like the ice cream almost.
That's how I'm pronouncing
dog.
Haagen-Dazs.
Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah, that's how I'm pronouncing it.
Whatever.
Dagenham Dream. Because that's the best you're going to get from me right now.
Right.
Dagenham Dream.
Let me remind myself what that sounds like.
I'm going to give you... Oh, this is a song that I actually like the most instrumentally. Only because it's like that old school... 80s feel.
Their vibe is 80s, basically. Blood Orange vibe is 80s to me. And that's why I said Boy George with his vocals, because that's what he gives me. And this one's short too, because it only has like one verse.
It's a 2 minute 45 seconds.
Yeah,
song.
This is what this whole album is doing. It's like it's a lot of instrumental stuff with vocals. So it's basically that you're listening to. Not really, because this is more like we got some words in between
the vocals
of the instruments. Yes.
Instrument play.
Yes. Yeah. Even the vocals are used as instruments, I feel like, with runs in the background, which I like. So when I was listening to it, I wasn't necessarily always focusing on the words unless Jeanette was talking. I was really focusing on what was going on in the background and the and the flutes and everything. It makes you feel away. We received our bloody circles in the mail. What does yours say? Does it say bloody?
Same thing.
Okay, we received our bloody circles in the mail, only to see what's really important when it's nailed. As a teen, my Lord and Savior was a male. Tire trucks and 6 steel strings that keep me frail. It's the worst I've ever felt when it hails. Broken teeth and bloody nose, but at least it snowed. What do you think about that?
I don't know what bloody circle.
I don't know what that is.
I've been thinking about trying to like bloody circles, and we only see its importance when it's nailed.
We received
and then as a teen, my Lord and Savior was male, so I'm assuming like later on, I guess it's gonna be a different view, maybe, or a different perspective.
Maybe the bloody circles is the thorn crown that Jesus wore on the cross.
Oh, so everybody
with the blood on it.
Okay, so everybody receives their crowns in the mail.
Only to see what's really important when it's nailed.
So wait, is he talking about Jesus being nailed to the cross right now?
Yeah, because he says my Lord and Savior. As a teen, my Lord and Savior was a male.
Now,
which means when he was teen, it's not anymore. So now it's a female.
Or a different entity on its own. Or maybe not at all, but now then. Tired trucks and 6 steel strings that keep me frail.
Why does it keep him frail? Why does his guitar and trucks keep him frail?
Well, I don't know what type trucks could be. It could be car. It could be a skateboard.
Maybe
Keeps me
because he
frail.
wasn't athletic and he
No,
just played guitar
maybe-
like you.
No, maybe. Ha. No, maybe he plays guitar because it like helps him deal with his frailty.
Frail, meaning like weak?
That's the original meaning. That's the meaning of frail that I go with.
Yeah.
It's the worst I've ever felt when it hails.
Maybe having his guitar and writing songs on it keeps him frail, like weak, like emotionally weak.
Because he's experiencing the emotion that he's playing.
Maybe.
Broken teeth and bloody nose, but at least it's snow.
Maybe he got his butt whooped because he was weak and frail, and he was playing guitar, and they made fun of him. He got beat up
This is a school thing.
in
then?
the snow.
So he's in Chicago.
So broken teeth and bloody nose. He's on the ground in the snow. So he's glad it snowed because it's like icing.
Oh, no,
his
it's a
face.
cushion.
It's a cushion and it's icing his face. It's worse I've ever
Okay.
felt when it hails. It's the worst I've ever felt when it hails. Hails are like rocks, like falling on you.
Hails is also like
It's
ice.
ice. Yeah, it's like rocks. Basically like ice. It's ice like, ooh, excuse me.
Big lunch.
I only ate one thing today.
Horrible.
Instantly tried. Oh, I cried and cut a line. And my eyebrows acted like the boys who tell. And my teacher told me that this made her sad and had to act just like the others to get around. Friday nights alone in heaven with my board. So maybe it is a skateboard. He told the teacher that he got, his butt whooped by some people and it made her sad. But she basically said, you gotta act like the others, to make it around here. Like Jeanette was saying, not coming as your full self and, playing your guitar and doing what you want to do just to make other people feel comfortable so they won't, beat you up.
Like growing up, I've always heard, or like I
was saying like, and my eyebrows acted like the boys who tell. I was trying to figure out like, what do you think that means? The boys who tell.
Are you
what they
frowned
tell?
upon? Are you frowned like when you eyebrows is
I'm
like go
thinking
down like
about
you're frowning upon somebody? It's
They act
confused.
frown. I don't know. Maybe he's saying like.
Sorry, no, we can get
Comment
serious and just
about
dissect the
what
song.
you think. And my eyebrow acted like the boys who tell. What do you think that means?
His eyebrow gave it away.
Oh, and Jeanette talks about, growing up, I've always heard, like, I've always was hyper aware. This is what I was talking about earlier. And not seeking attention. And this follows up with the song about not seeking attention and, making yourself smaller to make other people feel comfortable. But I'm not here to make you feel comfortable. I'm not here to please you. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm not here to fulfill you. Fulfill yourself and mind your business. Do you agree with that statement?
Do what you can to get by.
What do you mean?
Like, pretty much, this is just, I guess, extending on what she was saying about just trying to stay afloat, in a sense. So it's more so like you see what you need to do to, at least get by and try and make sure those things, like what happened in that snowy day when your nose was busting and everything, to make sure it doesn't happen. Just try to, you see you laying right there, slide, just take care of what you need to take care of. Tunnel vision, in a sense.
Not necessarily. That's not what I'm getting. I'm getting that he can't do what he wants to do because it makes other people feel uncomfortable and he's going to get beat up. And I don't think you should have to tiptoe around nobody because you sound dumb if you're going to touch somebody because you don't like the way they're moving. You want to go to the next song?
Yeah. Next song is
Nappy Wonder. Nappy.
So excited.
Now, the chorus of this, or the most repeated phrase, or series of phrases, is, I feel like, the most powerful on this. Feelings never had no ethics. Feelings never have been ethical. You feel me?
What do you think about that?
That made me really get to thinking. It's like,
Feelings never had no ethics.
okay. Because like I had to think, because it makes me think about like how I feel about certain stuff. Like how I feel about like a glass of milk in the morning. That's the first thing. Or just like, or even different contexts is like, how do I feel and how would I react if, let's say, the person that you with cheated on you or something. Like when some people's response,
because that was just what they're feeling at the moment.
Yeah, some people will break down,
Don't
cry.
make it ethical.
Some people will get mad and try to go beat up the other person that this is happening to, or what you just talked about, when a dude hits on another dude that's not gay or is gay or whatnot, and how they will react and how they think. You feel me? Like, what's their response to that? They want to be violent about it or try to be ultra defensive about it.
And just because that's what they're feeling, don't make it ethical.
Exactly. It just keeps rolling back to your point.
Yes. I usually am right. I usually change my mind every single day, though.
Okay, let's
What's the next song?
Running.
Wow.
And what's that song about?
Let's see. Let's
Running
listen
in
to
circles.
Running.
Now the first line was crazy though. Demons on my neck. Like,
Demons
ooh.
on my neck.
Like that's immediately
Starts
saying
with
some bad stuff
Devontae.
happened.
Devontae.
There's that guitar.
He's a guitarist.
Demons on my neck, so
Oh,
take it tall.
Devontae's playing the guitar.
My eyes shine bright on my soul. Goes and for
Remember we
what's
talked about earlier the 6 string?
Demons on my neck. Summer takes a toll. Lamp in my eyes, shining bright on my soul.
You got lamp.
Girl.
It says diamond on mine.
Oh, it says lamp. What?
Diamond in my eyes, shine bright on my soul.
Mine dead says lamp. How do you get lamp and diamond mixed up? Now we gotta listen to it.
never sing it. Demons on my neck, summer take a toll. Lamp in my eyes shine.
It could be lamp.
It said diamond. Clearly said diamond.
Demons on my neck, summer take a toll. Lamp in my eyes shine.
Lamp. It could be diamond or it could be lamp. Like
Okay.
you heard lamp too, right? Like I heard diamond and lamp at the same time.
Demons on my neck, summer take a toll. Lamp in my eyes shine bright on my soul.
Yeah, I heard lump. I heard lump in my eyes.
Is this one?
Lump in my eyes,
Okay, is it-
shining
is it
bright
like this?
on my soul. That's what I heard.
I clearly heard diamond. Is this like that one Russian experiment where people was like saying one word and it sounds like two different things right now?
I heard lump. I heard diamond at first. I don't hear diamond no more. I just hear lamp. Lamp in my eyes, shining bright on my soul. And it makes more sense. Like maybe diamond. Lamp in my eyes. Lamp in my eyes, shining bright in my soul.
Yeah, but yeah, if you have diamonds on your eyes, you look at any light, it's shining bright on your soul.
Oh.
So the next line is actually the very first lines that we had heard already. The demons on my neck, summer take a toll.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next ones after that are actually different. You and your soul are never not one.
Yes, I know. I like that part. It's the woman singing about you and your soul. I never. Let me play it. Wait, is this out of your league? Which song are we listening to?
Running.
Okay.
Everybody go through it. Eyes shine. 'Cause you and your soul are never not one.
You and your soul are never not one. What you feel about that, Tariq? I want to hear what you got to say about that.
You and your soul are never not one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even when people probably say that you lost your soul, you ain't lose it. It was with you.
Okay. You and your soul are never not one. There's a lot to think about. You feel me? Because I be having conversations and shit. I mean.
See?
Yo, like, you know how many times I wanted to say stuff like that? I had to think in my head. I was like, yo, I'm talking about. You know, he said the same thing in front of Jay. He was like, you know, and shit, blah.
My bad. I say that all the time.
He's like, my bad.
But yeah, you and your soul are never not one. I be having a ton of conversations with my brother, or with anybody. It's just about life or death, and what happens after life or death or something like that, or what happens during your life. A lot of people say like, this is just a flesh wound for your soul to live in, or like, your positive and your negative energy is what brings your soul into existence or something like that. You feel me? Yeah, so you and your soul are never not one. I can really relate to that because I've also thought about me not, this is just a body, you feel me? But my soul is something much more. And that's what I feel like.
Question.
Yeah.
When she says you and your soul are never not one, is your body you and then your soul is inside of you, or are you already your soul? You and your soul are in the same place, and your body is not you.
Your body is not you. Your body is just, it's just there. Because I say that because one thing I could really think of right now, there's only so many faces in the world, you feel me? So your soul is you, but your body is not really you. It's just a mixed shapes of of a person, you feel me? And I'm pretty sure our faces have been used before or reproduced before, because I feel like there's so many people that
you can only
look
have
like
so many facial features in the world to not look exactly like somebody.
Everybody looks different, but at the same time there's somebody out there that looks exactly like you in a different country, and probably right across the street, and you don't even know it. So your soul is really not you, because your soul is kind of what yours. I mean, no. I'm saying your body's not you. Your soul is you. You feel me? Your soul is in your mind. You feel me? It's that's all I can really say. You feel me? Yeah. Did I make it? Am I hella vague with this?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because I'm going hella far into this. No, I'm thinking about it too much, but yeah.
You're good.
You got any other questions?
Nah. For me, my body is a part of me. When I look at myself in the mirror, this is me. And I am connected to the way I look like. And even though in my mind I have all these creative thoughts and I decorate myself, this body is a decoration. So I feel like certain people, they don't want to decorate themselves. They come as bare as they are. I feel like there's an opportunity to look like anything I want that day. Not just with makeup. I can look like anything I want. And I feel like I really embraced that. When I was like young, like when Lady Gaga came out and was like, wow, she wearing whatever she wanted, was like, I dig that. I was like, I feel that. Like, Doja Cat, have you ever watched her live? She just be putting she glued this little Mario mustache on. I feel that, because I be looking like, if you come into my room, like I put anything on because I could look any way I want that day, and I don't care what occasion I'm going to. If I want to look a certain vibe, I'm gonna express that.
Yeah. That's. I'm glad you said that, because the way I was thinking our bare bodies and our physical shapes ourselves. Our soul is you, because what the clothes you wear, what
it's like about your mind though, like what you like, what is in your mind, and what do you want to show people that day.
Yeah, what do you want to do with this, this daily routine that has been, given to you. What do you want to do when your body wakes up and now you're awake, you feel me?
And Amandla is on the song.
Mandela, what?
Amandla, the actress?
I'm gonna tell you this now. I'm
She
such
was-
a nerd. I don't really.
She
watch
was in the
regular
Hunger
TV.
Games. She's that girl who was just in that girl who couldn't go outside in that movie, and then the boy, yeah, and now she's in that, yeah, and then she has all these other movies coming out. Is this the song?
For some reason, the first thing I heard was like this faint, irritating, incessant buzzer, and I think I heard it 3 times.
And she's singing. I think she's on vocals, so I'm not sure she's talking, but I think she may be singing. Cause it says she's on vocals. Yep. And she's also named as a writer for this song, so that is cool.
Credit.
Out of Your League. Next song.
All
Bruh,
right.
bruh, bruh, bruh. I'm tired now.
All right. Out of Your League.
Steve Lacy.
Hands down.
That is also one of my.
Best song on the album to me. Don't At Me.
I love this beat.
Yes. For some reason, I feel like The Last Dragon.
It's funky. It's real funky.
Yeah.
Like the Soul Train line where they used to get funky and nasty and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it is, you know.
Oh,
Gotta-
you can put the camera
gotta smack it, you know.
Yo, roller skates. Be spinning on roller skates.
Yeah,
and stuff.
that's it. That's fire.
Yeah,
that
to
was
me,
real funky.
Hands down, best song on here. Short.
Still,
sweet,
only
funky.
one chorus, 2 verses, and it was funky.
Yes. So, here's my breakdown right here. You said that this is in relation to Janet's show, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What was the premise of her show?
It's about the ballroom scene. Ballroom scene is where, you know, drag queens, transgenders, gay people, they dress up, and it's
Okay.
like a competition
Now,
type of thing.
all right. So what if we're going about this whole album all wrong? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that this is about someone discovering that they're actually a woman inside. And this is the change that's happening.
Why do you say that?
So in this song, right? Like it's the same thing. It's the same thing repeated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we look back into this, it's definitely a trap. She'll get your body, and you are starting to feel weak, which means you're feeling powerless.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's letting the woman, or he or she, is they letting the woman out from within them. So it's like the woman's taking control of what he truly is on the inside. And then the second part, promises, 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 left that you know, changing with time.
Don't have to fill no expectations that aren't the thoughts that you conceive.
So pretty much you don't gotta fit into what's the normal, what's expected, because
That
you're
aren't
this.
The thoughts that you conceive.
These are ideas that's been implanted because you've been in this society for so long that you're supposed to be like this, like you're supposed to be male.
I always think about
'Cause you're
that.
born
Am I doing this
male.
because this is what is normal, or is this what I actually believe? I always have conversations with myself and try to question myself and challenge myself. Am I this way, and am I doing this to please someone else? Or because this is what I told was normal? Or is this what I want to do? Because I don't like doing anything because of somebody else.
Right.
Which is why I question myself all the time. Is this what I want to do? Is this what you feel that you want to do? Because honestly, if it's like the whole thing, like, I don't like people feeling like they have authority over me. Like, they can affect what I do. I want to do what I want to do. Not because you think I did it because of you. You ain't nobody. I mean, you are somebody, but like, I'll take suggestions of what people want me to do. And then I'll decide, you know, if I ask you, you know, should I do this or that? You know, I may have an idea in my head, you know.
Right.
But I may do the exact opposite, or I may do slightly what you said. But I'm not doing nothing because somebody said something.
Only because you asked, you know.
And that's because I'm also stubborn. And it has something to do with my ego. And it's not always healthy. But I always think it's good to challenge myself.
Do you feel like I should challenge myself?
I always think everybody should challenge themselves. You should always question yourself, question what you're doing. Is this appropriate? How is this affecting people? I think there's a balance and a healthy balance that can do, because if you're thinking too much about how you're affecting people all the time, then you go into this thing of trying to do things for other people. But I think thinking about it makes you a better person about your actions and everything. Ooh, excuse me, I keep burping. It helps you grow a better person, you know, and how you're actually affecting people, and you know what you say to them, and everything like that.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. That's hella hard for other people though.
I think people have a hard time checking themselves and being honest with themselves.
Yeah.
Because there's those egos that I was talking about, like, of how it's unhealthy too much to think too much of yourself. And how people think, because people think, nobody thinks they're a completely bad person, but people do bad things, but people won't be like, oh yeah, I was messed up. People really will ever check you. It's like, nah, that person did this, and that. Check yourself. See if you actually really did something wrong. Like, just because you think you're a good person don't mean you do all good things.
Right.
It's all about being honest with yourself.
Do you feel like people are more honest with themselves in today's society, or less honest?
Less honest.
And can you explain why?
It's just the whole thing with saying people thinking of a lot of themselves. Nobody thinks that everybody, you know. This is what I'm gonna say. You know, the whole thing of like exposing people's old tweets. Everybody has bad tweets. I think nobody really wants to admit that they have some disrespectful stuff. I have some disrespectful stuff that we all know we got some. It's like that. It's like, you know, you said something disrespectful before, but they'll deny it, you know. And now everybody's trying to be pro this, pro that. Everybody wasn't that before. You know, we're all growing. I think there's a limit when somebody says something. It's like, should we forgive them for saying that? Have they grown as a person or whatever? Or was that really disrespectful and that shows who they are? Sometimes it shows people who they are because it wasn't that long ago. You can't grow that much over time, you know? But it's all about being honest with yourself. Have I grown as a person? And I know my mind has changed so much since I was younger, and the things that I've heard that were disrespectful that I, took in and said out loud because, you know, I thought that was the thing to say, and it was not. And I've learned, and I'm an adult now, and I know that was disrespectful, you know? So it's all about growth and checking yourself, you know? And it takes time, you know? You're not going to be like this whole pro this, pro that, you know, self-conscious person overnight. You're going to say some disrespectful stuff. It's all about growth.
Right. My next question it's about self in general, like finding it within themselves to really go with their gut at certain times and really go with their mind at certain times. How do you think this album really relates to people's inner beings?
I feel like they're getting into the individual black person and not the stereotype about how there's multiple different types of personalities. How Zolly was talking about he can be a nerd, how he's, you know, about the gay black man, about, you know, not just being this hard, you know, this hard black person, you know, this angry black woman, you know. It's about being more than that. We're just people. We have other emotions other than, you know, just anger, you know, or being ghetto or hood, you know.
It seems like
we have more to us, and we also have that too. You know, we still got our blackness in us. You know, we still got that little thing in us that we all connect, but we're still individual people. You know, we're not all the same. You know, I don't vibe with every black person, you know, but I do vibe with them on a certain level when it comes to our people. But we all have our little individual groups, and I feel like white people get that. They have their little individual groups. These are these type of people. These are these type of people in their group, and these are these type of people. But black people, we get, you know, the black people. And I feel like the Negro Swan, you know, the individual, you know, like the black sheep.
Next song is Manetta Creek. Yeah, so like I said, I was like, what if this is somebody who's going through a transgender phase instead, and to like change the concept of the album, what we've been thinking this whole time. So now it just puts everything else in a different perspective. This is somebody's journey from identifying at first and then feeling a different way about it.
Yeah, because it says choose your sex to find relief.
Mm-hmm. So like if we choose
but
which one, it still wouldn't be right for them.
No, it still could be like a man liking another man, or it can be transgender. Choosing your sex. Choose the sex that you want to be with, or choosing the sex that you want to be.
Boom.
Let's talk about the last song. I really like the last song.
What is the last song?
Smoke. You don't want this smoke?
I don't.
What's this one called?
Smoke.
Wow. Also, Manetta Creek is in New York, Manhattan specifically.
New York.
So this is a New York-based type of deal right here.
And the show is based in New York. Poses.
What's the song called again?
Smoke. He said, "I'm pretty. You don't want this smoke." Waiting for the smoke to clear.
Like there's a battle that just happened.
Mm-hmm. Balance in my hair. I'm pretty. As you know.
What?
I'm pretty as F, you know.
AF.
Pretty AF. I'm pretty AF, okay?
Half.
F. Choosing what you wear and getting this far. Tricking on my own time. What is it worth? Got throat on my neck. Shatter your first. Shatter your first? Did you say shatter your first?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think that means? Wait, let me finish. I'm waiting for the smoke to clear. Okay, what do you think that means?
That's the line that low-key confuses me.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know where my mind goes, straight to the gutter.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Hit him right in the gutter. Finish this conversation. I need to go to the bathroom before the thing locks.
Yes, go ahead. So pretty much what's happening here, what I'm assuming is that this person has chosen a gender. I would assume this person has chosen a gender. They got in their hair, you know, and they just like, you know what? I'm pretty AF. Like I'm looking good. And right now joining me is Tariq, cameraman. What's up? Boom. High five. Don't leave me hanging. You gotta get in closer so you can get in this frame, brother. All right, cool. So,
I guess to start the part that says I'm waiting for the smoke to clear. That's
yeah.
It sounds pretty obvious that it's just like
the change has happened, and like now it's just like waiting for the aftermath to clear up. That way they can continue on this path. And then to keep going, it says choosing what you wear and getting this far, waiting for the smoke to clear. Continuation on the beginning. The sun. Now here's the thing: the sun comes in, my heart fulfills within. The sun comes in, my heart fulfills within. This continues 2 more times.
hold on, let me.
And pretty much Oh, this is what it keeps saying. The sun comes in. My heart fulfills within. So finally choosing a gender and going what they going with, and being confident at how they are pretty much had a sense of fulfillment and are elated with what they have chosen. That's what I'm getting from this song, and that's what I'm seeing is happening in full, in my mind at least. Tariq, is there any other interpretation you can have from this? Because the only line that I'm thinking about at this point, well, the only two lines that's like the different that doesn't get repeated ever again in this song is "Tricking on my own time. What is it worth? Got throat on my neck, shadow your first."
It kind of sounds like tricking on my own time.
Because like we all know it.
What is it worth?
Because like there's two different ways how you can interpret.
I'm thinking of it as
tricking.
like playing himself on his own time. What is it worth?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel. Like he's playing himself. He's not being himself. What how is it really, helping you feel me?
Right.
You can finish up what you were saying.
That's all I had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
What were you saying? Sorry. No, just finish. I'll catch up.
So pretty much, like, just to catch you up real quick, pretty much I was saying that I felt like this person has chosen a side that they would be on for that relief they was talking about in the previous song. And like to go in further context with the lines that repeat all the way throughout the end, the sun comes in, my heart fulfills within. Meaning, after the smoke clears, the sun has starting to rise. It's a new day. He or she is able to continue on the path that they have chosen, and is actually happy and excited for this change.
And Janet being the voice, the person who's doing the voiceovers, the spoken word, it does relate to her.
So this could
So
actually
that does make sense why they would choose her.
Now this could be the story of those who are transgender and
The Negro Swan. That's all. Those are all the songs. Rating the album 1 to 10 overall. You.
I'm giving it an 8.
I gotta give it at least an 8.5, 8.7.
I was gonna say 8.5, probably 8.8.
Please.
Let's close it out.
Yeah, let's close it out, all three of us.
Okay, I gave it an 8.7 just because I felt like the songs really had, so much meaning to it. You feel me? Which is the pros about it. Has so much meaning. There was a whole story with the whole thing front to back.
Except ASAP's part.
Yeah, except ASAP. That
I didn't even go in
didn't
Diddy's
make any
verse.
sense. But only thing in the cons of it is because it's just for me. It was really upbeat, but it wasn't really my type of thing all the time. But yeah.
Yeah, I definitely felt there was the story narrative about it, and like how pretty much the reason why I gave it an 8 is because I feel like it's a solid album within content, how it felt, enjoyed the story. As a matter of fact, I might even bump this up to a 9 now I think about it.
I think so.
Because
That's why I
Puff
said
Daddy
8.8.
part was too much comedy. But but like aside from the features, like the story, the instrumentation, the story that's behind it, and just overall what it's trying to show people and portray is very strong, and I will go back and listen to this again.
Yeah, most definitely.
Like I'm gonna say this now though, Out of Your League is definitely gonna be on my playlist for sure.
Let us know what you think of the album overall. Let us know what you think of our commentary. Do you agree? Do you disagree? But thank you for joining us, the KWL, you know.
Hosted here at the Reach Ashland Youth Center.
Mm-hmm.
This is part of the Arts and Creative team for KWL.
Mm-hmm. Follow us on our social media. It will be in the link below.
That's a Reach_Arts_Creativity on Instagram.
Thank you for watching.
Make sure you
Like, comment, subscribe.
Adios.
Amigos.